Our natural beauty has always been with us. We are blessed with mighty rivers rolling down from the Appalachian Mountains and crystal blue waters that gently lap on our white sandy coast. From the mountains to the Piedmont, onto the Gulf Coast plain, the diversity of life found here is unique to us in Alabama. The land is culture. Culture is the land, and we have always been tied to it. Our earliest stories were narratives about the beautiful and diverse state we call home. The first people known to live in what we now call Alabama told stories to explain patterns they found in nature. These stories were passed down generation to generation and began to explain the patterns in nature. A long, long time ago, the birds and the animals had a very big fight. Each felt they were better than the other. The birds and animals continued to argue. They went back and forth with their disagreement. Just as it seemed they would go to war over it, Crane, the leader of the birds, and Bear, the leader of the animals, came together. Into the open field they sped. Some flew and others walked. When they arrived, they divided into their two teams. On one side went all those who had wings. They were the birds. On the other side went those with teeth. They were the animals. When the teams had formed, one creature remained, the bat. Then the big game began. On the animals' team, the fox and deer were the fastest runners. Those two zoomed past the competition, and Bear was able to clear the way for them as they ran. Crane and Hawk were even faster. The birds seemed to have an advantage. Whenever the birds got the ball, they would fly up into the air, and the animals could not stop them. As the day continued and the sun began to set, Crane took the ball and flew toward the goal. Bear tried to stop him, but with night falling, Bear tripped and fell. The crane surged forward, and it looked as if the birds would finally win. Suddenly, a small dark shape flew onto the field and stole the ball from Crane just as he was about to reach the poles. It was Bat. Holding the ball, Bat flew right between the poles at the other end. Just as day was fading, the animals had won. This is how Bat came to be accepted as an animal. As a reward, he was allowed to set the penalty for the birds. So it is that the birds fly south each winter. And every day, at the end of the day, if you watch quietly, Bat still comes flying to see if the animals need him to play ball.